What's up, everybody? So we're back with another video today. If you saw my last video, how to replace your idler pulley in an 06 WRX, you should really check that out because that's a really interesting and a really thorough how-to video. Now today is actually going to be a different kind of video as I'm going to be doing a tool review for you guys. As you guys may know, I do work in a shop. I'm a technician at Midas and I've had this thing for about a week and a half now and I absolutely love it. So we're gonna go check it on out and give you guys my honest review on this tool. So the tool we're gonna be reviewing today is actually Earthquake's XT 3/8 cordless ratchet with 60 foot-pounds of max torque with a 2 amp hour battery. And let me tell you guys, I've used this thing for about a week and a half now, and this is gonna be kind of an unboxing, what you get in the box, and a review on the actual tool itself. So to start things off, you get this nice little packaging, which I just showed you guys in the video. If you want to pause and read what it says, go for it. But once you pull that out, you get this nice black plastic hard case. And going on with what you get inside, you pop the two tabs and you open it up and you get the booklet manual, which no one reads those. You get the actual tool itself, a charger, and one 2 amp hour battery. So now if you look at the charger, it's just, a nice little charger. It has a green for done, red for not fully charged. Set that aside. If you can see right here, you actually have an extra battery spot for another battery, which is kind of nice. So you can put a battery there, and theoretically, if you wanted to, you could put a third battery there. So essentially there's 3 spots for batteries. Or if you want to keep some sockets in here, you can keep sockets in there as well. It also looks like there's little divots here for little shorter 3/8 sockets. But now let's check out the actual Earthquake XT electric ratchet itself. So checking this ratchet out right off the bat, you see the nice white and red Earthquake XT. You get the nice trigger button there. You got the on and off switch back there to tighten it or loosen it, which is nice. And actually very big and sticks out, so you can easily get it with your fingers, no problem. You get the 3/8 head right there. It's just aesthetically looking at this thing, it's very pleasing to the eye. It looks very nice, it's very clean, and it's kind of big. As if you look at my forearm, it sits on my forearm, so it might be a little bigger than your usual Milwaukee or Snap-on, which I've used both of, the M12 and the M18 Fuel 3/8 ratchet, along with the Snap-on ratchets. But so far for the price this thing is, I love it. I actually got this at Harbor Freight for $97 without a warranty, as I don't think it's necessary to get the warranty on it, in my opinion. But it's actually normally like around $150, but they had this mega coupon you can use if you get their catalogs to get this thing for $90, and then tax was like $7, so it's $97. So it's a hell of a deal. Now let's check it out, kind of with the battery inside, and go over some of its other features. So if you look down here, you got triangular hole, the battery's triangle, goes straight in there, and then we're in business, boys. So right off the bat, it just feels very torquey in your hand. As you can see, this little lever, it's kind of long and sticks out a lot. It's a little loose, but that's how they come. You push that little white button in. But I like the big lever because you can be down here and kind of push it. You can be right there and push it, or you can be up here and push it. So it kind of gives you that whole hand feeling, as no matter where you kind of grip it from, if you're like arms deep in an engine bay, you can still hit it. And now, like I said earlier, this switch right here, now we're loosening, now we're tightening. And if you guys saw my last idler pulley video, you'll see they actually use this in there. Like I've said, I've used it for about a week, and as you can see, the head doesn't really hold up to scuffing, which if you're really particular about how good your tools look, which I personally am, even though I know their tools are gonna get beat on, the finish on there, I mean, it's still no dents or anything, but you can just kind of see where the scratches came off the paint as the head's going down. And that's another thing this thing has is variable speed. Hold it down kind of, go slower all the way for the max torque output. And also, when you first get this ratchet, it's kind of weird to me. These two buttons here, they're kind of, I mean, that kind of looked easy, but when you first get it, it's kind of hard to push these buttons down and get the battery out, which is not that big of a deal. Now let's go over the pros and the cons of this ratchet. So let's start out with the cons. The first thing I noticed about this thing is it's very, very big. Now I just said I don't really mind it being big personally, but sometimes you're trying to get into a small spot or get behind a little nook and cranny. It is kind of massive to get down to those smaller spots, but that's why I use a hand ratchet in those smaller equations, because this isn't supposed to break stuff loose. It's supposed to, you know, make your job quicker and easier. Moving on to the next kind of downside of this electric ratchet is if you look at the battery, there is no indication of how much life you have left anywhere on the ratchet or anywhere on the battery. So I definitely recommend getting another battery or keeping this thing plugged in when you're not using it. And I've used it pretty heavily throughout the last week and a half, and it hasn't died on me once. The power hasn't let out any, but I'm always in between jobs. If I'm not using it, I'll put it back, but I use it pretty frequently. So it's only like on the charger for maybe 20 to 30 minutes at a time. Then I pop it right back in and get back to using it. Now another little downside to this ratchet is that, as you see, there's no work light on here. Which one thing is kind of sucks, there's no work light, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. I know Milwaukee and Snap-on have work lights, but if you're really in a dark spot where you can't absolutely see, then just, I don't know, try using the flashlight with it, because it's got enough torque to break most bolts loose. As I know they advertise 60, but realistically this thing only has about 30 foot-pounds of torque, which is not bad at all. It does not need a ton of torque because it is not meant to break things loose. It's meant to make your job faster. And now we move on to the very last downside to this tool, and that is the lever. While I do really like it, I feel like that if you do drop this, it can actually break this piece here. If that breaks off, you're gonna have to actually push that with your finger, which I want the lever there, you know, instead of having to push that one little spot. And I'm a big fan of the lever, but let's say you're trying to get down on something and get it stuck, you're not gonna be able to pull that trigger. So for the smallest of nooks and crannies, it's not the most ideal, but for making your job quicker and getting things done, it's a very nice tool. Enough about the bad, let's move on to the good now, because I absolutely love this tool. My coworker got one, I was looking at getting one, and after trying his out just one time on one bolt, I'm like, I gotta have it. And I'm a big fan of the Earthquake Impact, which I will be reviewing another time later, but this tool here is just, I love it, it's amazing, and for the price, it's definitely worth the money. So moving on to the first thing I already mentioned is this anvil head, how you can switch super easy. If I was wearing thicker gloves, I'd still be able to get that. And it turns with very little effort. And now if you use a Milwaukee or Snap-on and you look, the Milwaukee sits flush, so you won't have that little piece right there sticking out. And that Snap-on, it may stick out a tiny bit, but still, if you're like a bigger guy, you have bigger fingers, you're not gonna be able to really get your fingers down in there and twist it as easy as this one is. And also, I mentioned this already as well, but aesthetically looking at it, it's very pleasing to the eye. It's very nice. I love everything about it. And it also goes on to one of the biggest reasons I recommend this tool is the price point. Now, Snap-on, you can spend upward to $350 to $400 for the 3/8 electric ratchets, or if you look at Milwaukee, sometimes you can find like the M18 Fuel or the M12, and the bare tool, not even counting the battery, not even counting a charger, it will sometimes cost upwards of to $120 to $180 for just the tool with nothing else. And that's why I really recommend this one, because I'm a really big fan how it comes in with the electric ratchet, the battery, the charger, and you get this nice little carrying case, which I love, and I carry it everywhere from work to home with me because I'm constantly doing stuff at home and at work with it. And I haven't really found an area where I can't really use it. I will say I was doing brakes the other day with it, and I ended up having to break the bolt loose with my 3/8 ratchet, my hand ratchet, and then use this one because I didn't have enough torque to break it loose. But like I said earlier, I'm not there to break bolts loose with this thing. I'm there to get them out and get them in quicker. So that's my honest review for this tool. It's very cheap. Even if you spent the whole price, $150 for the tool, the battery, the case, and the charger itself, it is definitely worth the money. So if you're very on the edge about whether or not to get Milwaukee, Snap-on, or this, I'm a full-time technician working at a shop, and I use this every day, and it has no problems for me. So I definitely recommend you go and get it, and tell me what you guys think about it. If you think I persuaded you, if you think you'd like to go check it out yourself, if you have used these tools and has experience with them, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm really interested to know, because I spent hours watching videos on Snap-on, Milwaukee, and this one, and I decided to go with this one as I am a big Harbor Freight fan. If I do another toolbox review update video, you'll see most of my stuff is the Pittsburgh Pro stuff, but that's for another video. So I'm going to put this back in the case and then do the outro. So that was a short little tool review for you guys. Let me know if you liked the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below a story or an experience with that ratchet if you like it or not. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're at 150 subscribers now. Let's get 50 more before this month ends. I know we can do it, you guys. You guys are strong subscribers. Everyone not subscribed who are watching, what are you doing? You need to hit that subscribe button like right now. I'll wait. Are you subscribed yet? Come on, you guys, let's get it. 150, we need 50 more subscribers. We can do it, but this is kind of a different video. I really wanted to try out a tool review because I'm a big fan of tools. I love just working on things. It's one of my passions in life. So, as always, you guys, peace out.